We're a couple of miles from the Colorado State Capitol building. It's Empower Field at Mile High here in Denver. Coming up, we've got a good one in store. It's the Dallas Cowboys and the Denver Broncos.
Will Lutz to kick off for the Broncos.
Mike Tirico along with my partner Greg Olson. It's Will Lutz, the kicker, who gets this started. And off we go here from Mile High. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. They'll run it for the first time with Javonte Williams. He'll take this ahead. It's a pickup of 3. DJ Jones, the big defensive tackle, with the stop.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
From the 38 now, here's 2nd down and 7. That is Ferguson in motion. They'll go again here with Williams. And he'll work his way past the 40. He's tackled after a gain of 4.
And while that run wasn't anything really to write home about, what it allows them to do, Mike, is keep everything in the playbook at their disposal. 3rd and short, now it's up to these coaches to dial up their best short yardage play and extend this drive.
They'll try to run for it with Williams. Has to push through that one tackler, but he is wrapped up right at the line of scrimmage.
So they're not going to get the yardage to reflect it, but I actually thought that was a pretty nice job by the running back, at least getting back to the original line of scrimmage. This offensive line, they've got to do a better job getting him through untouched. His yards before contact got to be better.
What a call on this opening drive. They're going to go for it on 4th down. They'll go. It's Blue. Oh, he's going to be very close. It depends on the mark, but he is short. They've held him on 4th down. What a stand.
Coaches love to come out early in the game and establish a very aggressive approach. But I'm just not sure, Mike, if at this point in the game they needed to make this decision. I'm going to be very curious to see, does this come back later in the game to bite them?
A 1st down throw for Nix. This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up 2nd down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop. It's kind of the feast or famine anytime a defensive coordinator dials up a man pressure, and when you don't get home, it just puts so much stress on your secondary, Mike. They feel like they're out there defending their man for an eternity, and quarterback had his opportunity to find his matchup. Good protection up front, and they just couldn't hold up in coverage long enough, and they give up a big touchdown.
Will Lutz to kick off for the Broncos.
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Let's go, boys.
Now he'll throw. He'll get rid of it and complete it. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. Now it's Williams. And that'll be a pickup of 3.
Javonte Williams, the ball carrier. He was brought down at the 28-yard line.
4.
Ball on the 28-yard line.
Brings up second
Here's
and
second
7.
and
Dot
7.
asterisk.
Operating from the gun. Here's Dak. That's complete. Left side to Pickens.
Complete.
And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
He gets free, and he will not be quite able to stretch the ball out. They're going to mark him down after that huge run all the way to the 1. It is a gain of 23 yards, and now they'll have 4 shots at it. It's first and goal. From the 1-yard line, first down and goal. Dak going to keep this himself. Looking to squeeze into a crease somewhere. Did not break the plane. They're going to mark him short. So we'll get a second and goal when we return. 7-0 is our score. Greg and I back in Denver in just a moment. On to the second quarter. Cowboys possess the football as they come up now, second and goal. Williams will score. Touchdown, Cowboys.
Touchdown, Dallas.
Brandon Aubrey now for the extra point. It's up and through. The Cowboys will level things out at 7 apiece.
Brandon Aubrey to kick off for the Cowboys.
So back to level after the touchdown. In time for the kickoff. On the return, here comes Marvin Mims. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive.
Take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Nix now to throw it here on first down. And that's going to wind up incomplete.
He decides to go with the safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
See what they have for second and 10. From the shotgun, here's Nix. And he's not going to be able to escape the rush here. He goes down.
A loss of
Kenny
13
Clark.
yards.
He gets in there to drop him for a big loss. And now it's third and long. Here's Nix to throw. That's caught on the right side by Sutton. And they were hoping for a little more on that one. Brought down well short of the first. So it'll bring up fourth down.
So barring an aggressive decision here on fourth down, it looks like this is going to be a 3-and-out. So this offense has to get to the sideline and regroup, figure out what went wrong, fix it, because they've got to be able to maintain possession the next time out.
And the rush is going to get there. He goes down. They were taking a big risk going for it from their own territory. It does not pay off, and it's a turnover on down. That is Ferguson in motion. Play action now. Prescott. Where is Ferguson for a Cowboy touchdown?
Jake Ferguson. Touchdown, Dallas.
Now Aubrey for the extra point. He's got it. And the Cowboys will move out to a 14-7 lead.
Broncos 7.
So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey.
That whole drive. My pass rush would never.
Here's Mims. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
On 1st down, here's Nix to throw. This one complete to Sutton. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
35-yard line.
Now, a 2nd down throw for Nix. That's complete to his running back, J.K. Dobbins. And that's a 1st down. It will be a gain of 8.
That's good for Broncos.
I see his mic moving. Get it your bag.
The 2-minute warning. Greg and I return to Denver after this. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Working out of the gun. It's Nix. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the 3rd sack of the game. And this defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
2nd down. Nix. That one knocked away. And it's incomplete. Deron Bland. Good coverage, and he gets his hands on that one. 3rd and long. Throwing is Nix. He's going to take a shot downfield. That is brought in. Here's Lutz now for the extra point. He gets it to go. Broncos will tie things up. We are all even at 14.
I saw that coming.
So back to level after the touchdown. In time for the kickoff. They're trying to pin him deep. They'll take this from the 3. Now a hit, and he lost the football. They're going to be set up with a short field. What a tremendous kick return. And when we talk about momentum and trying to stop negative momentum, it's moments like this. Not only did you just give up the big score, but now, Greg, they've got to get that defense back on the field after the fumble.
Yeah, on one sideline, you're riding high. I mean, the last 2 plays could not have gone any better. And then on the other sideline, they couldn't have gone any worse.
Bryant, the target there, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Leads to 2nd and 10.
I can sit up here all day, Mike, and we could talk about the missed throw, but I think a lot of the credit has to go to the pass defense. Not only did they do a good job making it difficult for them to complete the pass, but I think they saved the touchdown along the way.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10.
Had TD.
Now Nick's going to look to throw. That's caught right side. It's Franklin. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down.
The drag route is certainly not the most complicated route on the route tree, but a really nice job there using the scheme to create separation. He did a really nice job there working across the middle of the field as he made himself open.
Nix from the gun on 3rd down. The pass rush gets home, and he goes down.
The defensive coaches, they preached all week, Mike. They have to have relentless pursuit of this quarterback when he tries to extend the play. So often it results in a great play for the offense and a big pickup. This time, because of that pursuit, it leads to a big loss.
On fourth down, the veteran Will Lutz for the Broncos field goal. Good snap, good hold, good kick. And the Broncos get 3 here late in the first half to take the lead.
So it's not exactly what you're looking for when you set out on a drive, but at the same time, you don't want to come away empty-handed either. So in this case, they'll take those 3 points.
Oh, he's got room past the 30. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line.
At their own 34-yard line.
First down, Prescott. Open man, downfield, it's CeeDee Lamb. First time these two have connected this afternoon, and it'll wind up being a first down. That's a timeout for Dallas. It's their second. Pistol now for Prescott. This one caught down the field. It's Flanoy. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They got it inside the 15.
And the Cowboy first down.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. That's going to be caught. George Pickens. Touchdown, Dallas.
Touchdown,
Aubrey now for the extra point. He's got it. Cowboys move out in front by 4. It's 21-17.
Broncos 17. Brandon Aubrey to kick off for the Cowboys.
So, final seconds of this first half. Looks like they'll take a lead into the locker room as the kick's away. That one's going to skip into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll be taken down as time runs out and we've come to the end of the first half of play. We have hit halftime. Going to take a quick break, come back, second half of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Brandon Aubrey to kick
Third
off
quarter
for the
set to
Cowboys.
commence. And we're back underway here on EA Sports. Nick snap on 1st and 10. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up second down.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, it just ends up being a wasted down.
On second down, it's Nix. Left side, that's complete. It's Sutton. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. A gain there of 15. First down, Broncos.
At the 44-yard line.
To throw is Nix. He'll get that complete to Franklin. And he's going to be out of bounds, but they are in the red zone, inside the 20. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down.
First and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Back to throw is Nix. He's got it inside the 5. And he's taken down, but they are in business. This sets up first and goal.
That's another Broncos first down.
Throwing. Nix. He'll dump this out wide to Dobbins. A dive, and he's in. Hey, Dobbins. Touchdown, Broncos. Lutz for the extra point.
Will Lutz lining up for the point after.
He knocks it through, and the Broncos extend the advantage to a field goal. It's 24-21.
Will Lutz to kick off.
So now after the touchdown, Lutz going to send this one away. Avante Turpin on the return. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
So here's a first and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Now it's a bootleg with Prescott. Off-balance throw. It's complete. And he'll be taken down all the way up past the 45. Can't ask for much more. 22 yards on the first play of the drive. Dak fake to Williams. Now he'll throw. Oh, he doesn't put it away, and the ball's out. One of his teammates is there to pick it up. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. In some rhythm. Good drive rolling. Here's another first and 10. Trying the left side. Here goes Williams. He'll take this down inside the 30. D.J. Jones, the big defensive tackle, with the stop.
A gain of 4. It's now second and 6.
Here's second and 6. It's another run here for Williams. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
At the 16-yard line.
A pickup there of 13. First down, Cowboys.
First down, Dallas.
On the ground, this is Williams. And he'll be brought down as we tick towards the end of this third quarter.
He was brought down at the 10-yard line.
So we'll take it to the other end as we are through 3. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. Come to the line for second and 4. A shotgun snap for Prescott. To the goal line and in. Jake Ferguson. Touchdown, Cowboys. That is second touchdown of the afternoon.
The kicker on.
What a game this has been. Back and forth we go, and that fourth quarter score changes the lead one more time.
And we've seen the lead go back and forth, Mike, and now the question is, can they get a stop? Can they find a way defensively to hang on to this lead and get themselves this big win?
Brandon Aubrey to kick off for the Cowboys.
So now playing with the lead after that fourth quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way. On the return, here's Mims.
The Broncos take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
From the 25, they'll go to work. First and 10. From the shotgun, here's Nix. He'll take a shot down the field. That is hard. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. What a way to kick off the drive. That's a gain of 30 and another first down.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
A first down throw for Nix. He's going to look downfield once again. And this will be incomplete. Franklin was the intended receiver.
So if this was an NBA game, Mike, we call that a heat check. He wasn't even open, but you know what? With the success that they've had all game so far, he's just saying, you know what? Everything we do is coming up right. I'm just going to give my guy a shot. And this time the defense had him covered, but expect him to continue to look his way. He's had a monster day.
They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
Off the play fake, here's Nix. He's got his man. He finds Sutton. And will move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line. All 3 timeouts, plus the 2-minute warning remain as we get set for first and 10. And they will not be able to get another play off, and we have reached the 2-minute warning. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. They'll drop to throw. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up second down.
All right, so this is why you get paid the big bucks. These are the possessions as a quarterback you need to deliver for your team. Everybody talks about 2-minute. Everybody drills it every single week. But when it comes down to this moment in the game, your quarterback needs to be on point. And after that first down incompletion, it just makes things that much harder.
Troy Franklin, the intended target. Third down coming up.
Defended by Kobe Durant.
Working out of the gun, it's Nix. That is caught in the end zone. He's got it. Troy Franklin. Touchdown, Denver. His second TD of the game, and this one gives his team the lead. An important extra point up and good, so the lead is 3 here in the late stages of the game. So now playing with the lead after that fourth quarter touchdown, time to kick it back the other way. And that one is through the back of the end zone. It is a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Here's first and 10.
1 stop.
Play action now. Prescott. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete. Here's second down. From the shotgun, it's Dak. That's brought in right side by Pickens. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
George Pickens. It's a gain of 6, and it's third down.
Big play here. Crowd on their feet for third and 4. Operating from the gun, here's Dak. Picked off by Riley Moss. And the Broncos have just about sewn up this football game.
Scott's pass intercepted. The Broncos take over first and 10 at the 48-yard line.
On first down, here's Nix to throw. Taking a shot downfield. He's got it! And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line.
First down. First and 10 at the 19-yard line.
A run with the Central Florida product, R.J. Harvey. And he will not be able to turn upfield. They'll drop him behind the line. And now the Cowboys are going to take a timeout. Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Now Nick's going to look to throw. Exiting the pocket right. Now he'll run it. Carrying that ball loosely, and it is out. The Cowboys have it. And they will take it over deep in their own territory.
Oh, my goodness, Mike, what a mistake. Late in the game, you're protecting the lead. That can't happen. You know they're going to be raking at the ball. You know they are desperate to create a turnover. Just somehow he doesn't put the...
That could be the dagger. It is intercepted. Picked off by Talanoa Hufanga. And the Broncos have just about sewn up this football game.
And with time not on their side, they're trying to push the ball, generate some sort of chunk play by throwing the ball over the top of the defense. It's going to end up being a little bit too predictable. The defense is able to take the ball away, and barring something crazy happening, puts them in a prime.
And they are going to add 6 more here at the end. Stay tuned for the coach's handshake. It might not be the friendliest. That late touchdown extends the margin of victory here on the game's final play. So this will wind up a win for the Broncos. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. But in the end, got a few more defensive stops. We're here at the confluence of the Ohio, the Allegheny, and the Monongahela Rivers, and welcome you to Acrisure Stadium on the North Shore of Pittsburgh, the home of the Steelers. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap. It's the Denver Broncos and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Mike Tirico along with my partner Greg Olson. It's Will Lutz, the kicker, who gets this started. Off we go from Pittsburgh. A first carry now for Rico Dowdle. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. 12 yards to start the ball game. That is a first down.
And his run game certainly didn't waste any time getting settled in. Nice job by the offensive line, displacing defenders at the point of attack, and allows the back to pick up a nice chunk to get this game rolling.
Not much there. Maybe a yard.
So these, Mike, are the body blow runs. They're not big gains. They're nothing fancy. But they really set that physical tone for the rest of the game where now a good play caller can use some of these early runs to set up something a little bit bigger down the road.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but they take it to the 20-yard line with that one.
It's a gain of
A big-time play for Pittsburgh. 31 yards.
First down.
Momentum building here on this drive. They go again, 1st and 10. Here's a carry for Dowdle. And this is going to be a big loss. He kept retreating, looking for an escape hatch. Found nothing. And they get him down well behind the line. Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. And they get the first points of the game. What a way to start it, Greg. You get the ball. It's what you want to do. Settle into this game on top 6-0.
Mike, how often do we have coaches tell us the importance of playing with the lead? Well, they come take the ball right away on the first drive, all the way down there and strike first. And now the rest of the way, let's see how it plays out.
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now following the touchdown. Back out to kick this one off. On the return, here's Mims. And he will get cut down short, shy of the 20-yard line.
Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Now to throw it here on 1st down. That's caught downfield by Waddle. And he's going to take this one all the way. 82 yards. Touchdown, Denver.
Will Lutz lining up for the point after.
The kick by Lutz is good. The Broncos come right back to tie it at 7. Each team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. This one taken at the 7. He's across the 20 to the 21. That's where the drive will begin.
At their own 21-yard line.
Now it's a bootleg with Rodgers. He'll get rid of it and complete it. And he'll be marked out up at the 34-yard line. 12 yards on the game. That's good for a quick 1st down.
1st and 10.
From the 34 now, it's 1st and 10. They'll run with Dowdle. And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line.
It's a gain of 21.
Wow, they are moving the ball to start this drive. 21 on that play.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
This drive started to take some nice shape. Another 1st and 10 here. They run out of the gun and tag on a reverse. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
So I like these plays. I think the more guys, Mike, that you can get involved in the ground game, the better. And, of course, they're going to get enough touches to their back in a traditional sense, but make the defense defend every blade of grass from sideline to sideline and from line of scrimmage.
Pressure all around him, and down he goes. So backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's A-Rod. Good work there defensively. Knocked it away, and that pass falls incomplete.
Remember what they told us, Mike, leading up to this game. They said it is so critical for us to find success, especially on third down. We want to maintain possession, extend these drives. Well, the first crack comes up, and they fail through the air, and we're going to have to regroup and be able to have better success throughout the remainder of this game.
Nick snap on 1st and 10. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. Jalen Waddle, the intended target. It's 2nd down.
I think he just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot.
And to be taken down with the 1st down as time will run out on this opening quarter.
1st down, Denver.
The Broncos in possession of the football to begin the 2nd quarter as they've got it with 1st and 10. Here's Nix to throw. Flush to his right. Now he'll run. And he's going to be out of bounds just beyond midfield. A great job of knowing when to go. He gets 17 yards on that run and a 1st down.
Mike, the defensive line rush plan is critical when you're playing quarterbacks like this. You have to keep him contained in the pocket, because the second he gets out of the pocket, we can see what happens.
To throw is Nix. He'll air it out deep. And the ball out of the reach of the receiver. Falls incomplete.
They're trying to take the top off the defense, make them feel that vertical threat, and soften everything up. Wasn't a ton of separation downfield, at least not what they would have preferred, and ends it up being a wasted down.
On 2nd down, it's Nix. He's got a receiver. That's Pat Bryant. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down.
It's a gain of 8, and it brings up 3rd down.
Throwing is Nix. That's taken in. It's R.J. Harvey. And he will have the 1st down. He caught it short of the line to gain, but knows right where that marker is, and he's able to pick up that 1st down.
Offensively, landing a lot of body blows on this drive, Mike. Just the ability to steadily march the ball downfield and remain so efficient, both run and pass. As they continue to wear this defense out, they have to find a way to end this drive with points. Anything short of that would be a bit of a letdown.
That is brought in at the 10. And that is number 2. Greg, he is off to some kind of start in this one. 2 quarters and 2 receiving touchdowns.
Mike, this is one of those situations where as a defensive coordinator, you've got to give your group an answer. Because right now, they don't have one for this game.
Steelers 7. Will Lutz to kick off.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. From the 6, here comes a return. Strong. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line.
At their own 37-yard line.
Rock, paper.
Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Play fake to Dowdle. And now Rodgers. And he cannot get away. Brought down. And that sack will bring us to the 2-minute warning. Second and long coming up. From the gun, Rogers. He's going to air one out for Metcalf. And that is incomplete.
And I think at this point here, second quarter of this game, I think now is where we can start seeing each team open up their offense a little bit more. Early on, everyone's kind of feeling each other out, getting a taste of what the game plans are. Here they finally take a shot downfield. Nice job by the defense, but this is going to put a little depth in that coverage and hopefully open up some other things.
He's going to try it here again. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. What a letdown for the defense. They allow a conversion on 3rd and 16.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw is Rudolph. Hit as he threw it. The pass is incomplete.
All these defensive linemen, I promise you, they all want sacks. That is how you get paid. That is how you make your name. But it's also the other plays where you can affect the quarterback. Can you make them feel uncomfortable? Or in this case, you don't get the sack, but it was the hit that's able to alter the pass to fall incomplete.
He's tackled at the 29-yard line. That's a gain of 3.
They need to get this to the 23. Here's 3rd down. Now the Broncos going to use the first of their timeouts, and they'll stop it just over a minute remaining in this first half. 3rd and 7. Here's Rudolph. Trying the left side and caught by Pittman. That's his first reception of the ballgame, and it really comes at a good time as they get the conversion on 3rd down. So they move inside the 20, 1st and 10 at the 18. The master of play action, Rogers. He is hit before he can get rid of it, and down he goes. The Steelers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining until halftime. Looking to throw, it's Rogers. He'll find his big target, Pat Freiermuth. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10. Now Pittsburgh will bang a timeout here. That's their second. A chance here to draw level before the break. It's 1st and goal. To the end zone, it's intercepted. Picked off by Talanoa Hufanga. And
Scissors.
Built on the site of a former piano factory, there's been plenty of music made on the field here in the decade since it opened back in 1998. Welcome, everyone, to M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore. Coming up, a highly anticipated contest between the Denver Broncos and the Baltimore Ravens.
Will Lutz to kick off for the Broncos.
To kick off, here's Will Lutz. And we're underway from the bank. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Here's Derrick Henry getting it on the ground. And that's going to be a gain of 8 on 1st down.
And already we're seeing the mind games they can play with personnel. You talk about this all the time, Brock. Looked like a passing set. Left them some room on the ground.
10, 11, heck, even 20 personnel, doesn't matter. Offensively, you get to dictate the terms. Kind of like those pitchers and catchers that once in a while will pitch backwards. Keep your opponent off guard.
This is Henry on second. Knocked down after a gain of about 5. That gives them a 1st down. Fed him on back-to-back plays, Brock, and he's got them moving now on this opening series.
Yeah, he's not needed any time at all to find his groove and settle in. This should set the table for the rest of the day.
The ball's on the 48. Here we go. 1st down.
Here's Jackson to throw. Pass into the hands of Mark Andrews. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. That play good for 17 on a 1st down.
Tight ends will eat up every one of those opportunities to show and prove they could be chain movers as well. Even as they get more and more recognition in this league, they're still constantly working to prove that they're playmakers too.
All set to go now from the 35. Zone read, they'll hand off to Henry.
And he's caught after a gain of about 2. Alex Singleton makes the tackle.
Sometimes just feel like in the background of every ho-hum run is a bigger play that just needed one more component. Hit that extra block a little longer, find the lane quicker. The defender maybe a half step late, and this could have been much, much more exciting.
RPO here, quick throw, grabbed by Flowers. And he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 3.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Back to throw. Here's Jackson. Pass pulled in by Henry. He's going to be stopped after a gain of 9. That was what they needed. 1st down coming up.
We call 3rd downs money downs for a reason, Kate, because it takes everybody offensively to cash in. Excellent protection, set the table for the QB to get the completion and the yards necessary.
Offense getting set. Here's 1st and 10.
Jackson keeping it himself. And his effort results in maybe 2 yards, but nothing more.
It may not show up as much on the old stat sheet, just a short little QB run, but what that does, Kate, is so important. Keeps that defense honest, and in particular, those defensive linemen, those cleats in the ground, they're not just coming after you in the pocket. Now they've got to think about you as a runner as well.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. Out of the gun, Henry. And a productive run there on 2nd down. That's a gain of 6.
Taken down at the 11-yard line. That's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 2.
All right, still scoreless through 1 quarter, but that looks like it's going to change pretty soon. Hopefully no shortage of excitement coming up in the 2nd. Back to the bank in just a moment.
All right, 2 yards to go here on 3rd down on what will be the 9th play of this impressive drive.
Here's Lamar. And that one's not going to be caught. Could have extended the drive, but the defender times it perfectly, breaks it up. That means it's 4th down.
4th down.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable and an incomplete.
Running for it. Here's Henry. And they come through to stay on the field. That is enough to set this offense up with a 1st and goal.
Okay, you and I are not too old to remember a time where this used to almost be a debate. You come in, bring on the special teams, and punt it. Not in today's NFL. And the numbers tell you so often to go for it, and when you execute like they just did, they'll more than likely go for it again later in the game.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. Jackson to throw it.
This one's caught. And he's going to be hit almost immediately after making the catch. So it's going to be about a 6-yard pickup.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
Henry. And he gets in. Touchdown.
All right, so we're already into the 2nd quarter, Brock, but that was just their opening drive of this football game. Fortunately, they did get a touchdown out of it.
Yep, and if opportunities with the ball are going to be as infrequent as they've been to start this game, you got to make each and one of those chances count. In that area, they are perfect 1-for-1.
That one splits the uprights.
And they've broken this tie. They've taken a 7-point lead. All set up. Here's Luke to kick it away. Here's R.J. Harvey on the return. He'll head out of bounds on the return.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Offense showing trips out right as they get set for this 1st and 10.
Opening play, and Bo will throw. This is caught by Jalen Waddle.
Defense finally able to close on this after a gain of about 24. And that'll earn the Broncos a new set of downs.
24-yard gain on the play. 1st down.
Great start to this drive. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield after just 1 play.
Nick Snad to throw.
Absolutely fires this one right side. Ooh, the look was there, but the catch is not. Contact deep downfield, and that's enough to pop that one out.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this 1st half so far, well, it's not met the standard they set for themselves.
Now a 2nd down throw for Nix.
Throw left side, caught by Bryant. And a good pickup here, managed about 9 on that 2nd down completion.
The goal of running that drag route is to get it to him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. They picked up a good chunk, and there was nearly room to add even more.
And not much scoring to this point as we've reached our 2-minute warning. More from M&T Bank Stadium coming up. Looking to throw on 3rd and 1.
Waddle makes the catch.
And he's going to get this one ahead for what looks to be about 20 yards, maybe even a little more, and that 1st down.
You just love that kind of execution because it's able to make an impact, Kate, beyond simply getting the first down. That yardage, that really sets them up now to be aggressive with a new set of downs.
Coming to the line for another 1st and 10. To throw, here's Nix. And they're going to answer with one of their own. Touchdown, Denver. Pat Bryant scoring from 24 out. Will Lutz now on for the extra point. This one splits the uprights. It is good. And they answer in kind. We're tied 7-all.
So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away.
LaJohntay Wester to return it. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line.
On the return. The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Start.
Offense to the line. They're going to have trips right to start out. They kick the running back in motion.
Pew pew.
Looking to throw, Jackson. Escapes the pocket. Now he takes it. Working and finally forced to that sideline. So call that a gain of about 28. And that is good for a Baltimore 1st down.
That is so demoralizing for a defense. You lock things down in coverage. You do everything right on the back end. Only to see the quarterback escape, evade the pressure, and get that 1st down anyway.
Approaching the final minute here before halftime. They put Flowers in motion right. From the gun, a run for Henry. They'll give him a fresh set of downs. That play goes for 10. Clock's still running as the Ravens try hurrying everyone up.
That's another Baltimore 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Putting a receiver in motion. 1st down, and they go right back to it. And that's good for a gain of 5. Riley Moss with that tackle.
It's just confidence builders. You know, as a play caller, you love being able to call a run play, see that line of scrimmage move, and gain some real positive yards.
1st down run, nabs him 5. Now 2nd and 5. Another run for Henry. Excellent play defensively as they get to him behind the line. That's going to bring up 3rd down. Now the Ravens are going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Well, the extra blocking sure didn't spring that run the way they hoped it would, Brock.
In the old West Coast system, you call 12 personnel, 2 tight ends, Tiger. Tiger package comes on the field. That was a whole lot more like a kitty cat effort there.
And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Broncos get the football back with minimal time to go in our half.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 43-yard line.
Good starting field position for the Broncos as they get ready for 1st and 10.
Throwing here, Nix.
Gets it downfield on target to Sutton.
Taken down finally to curtail the damage, but still 22 yards on that pickup. And it's going to be 1st down Denver.
On comes Will Lutz in the Broncos field goal unit. This will be from 52 yards. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did.
So we're through 2 quarters now. Still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports. All set up. Here's Luke to kick it away. Harvey now to return it.
And he breaks the 20 on the return, but only just. That is one up to the 21 and out of bounds.
All right, Denver getting everybody set, so they've got 1st and 10.
Now Nix. He's in trouble, but he's not going to get away. Brought down at the 12. Trey Hendrickson. And nice work by the defense to start this drive out. It's a sack on the first play.
Kate, you know I love to say that the NFL game is a game of adjustments. You come out of halftime, and you know you've got to impact the quarterback. You got to get home, and it's exactly what they do on this opening drive.
On second down, Nix. And he rips off good yardage, but it will not move the chains.
You know, that's a situation. May have worked out better if he'd thrown the ball. His running ability gets him a chunk of yards, but still some work to do to get that first down.
6 yards to go here. It's third down. Here's Nix to throw. He had it for a moment, but a well-timed hit knocks it out. And quickly coming out of the locker room now, partner. This defense is forced to fourth down.
Well, that took some force right there. That took some serious defensive effort to force the incompletion. You're not going to see a lot of guys ever let go of a football when they got a first down right in their midst. But that force, that contact, separated man from ball.
Here we go on fourth, Nix. He connects downfield. And he's going to have it just shy of midfield. The offense converting on fourth down. Well, we all know teams are embracing this more and more, Brock, but boy, from your own side, on a play like that, you would better convert.
If your offense doesn't cash that check, it's your defense who's got to pay the bill. But they get it done, and kudos to them.
Nix looking to throw. This one's going to hit the ground. Incomplete. Looking for his running back there. He's going to send him back to the drawing board now for second down.
That's just simply one of those situations, Kate, where I think you and I got to tip our cap to the defense. Really took away everybody. There was no outlet, and only an incompletion could be had.
After the incomplete pass, here comes 2nd and 10. Here's Nix. To his back, J.K. Dobbins. These hits finally taken out, so call it a gain of about 23 on the play before they got to him. And that's going to give the Broncos a first down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Nix. Into the hands of Bryant. Hit there, and he's forced out. A gain of about 15 before it. And that'll earn the Broncos a new set of downs.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted them on a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after it.
They fake the handoff. Now Nix. Near the sideline, Waddle's got it. And he's going to head out after a gain of 7.
Well, that one came with a high degree of difficulty. Had to balance, focusing on the catch, keeping those feet in bounds.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Quick out here to Bryant. And it's another first down on this drive. Man, this time they're into 1st and goal.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
Breaking the huddle. Here's 1st and goal. And time runs out before we can get another snap here in this 3rd quarter. It's the Broncos with the ball, trying to close out what would currently be a win. All right, back now for the 4th. They're set up here, 1st and goal. Throwing again. Here's Nix. Brought in by his back. Dobbins. It's a Denver touchdown.